Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me again today on the Curated Visuals YouTube channel. Appreciate your support and just really appreciate all the people that have really been encouraging me as to keep creating more videos and more content. Today I'll be doing something a bit special. I'll be doing an unboxing of my new 2020 iMac 27-inch. I've waited 4 or 5 weeks for it, so I can't wait to show you guys a little bit about iMac itself. So with that being said, come over to my living room and we'll do the unboxing. I do have a bit of a confession to make. I have sort of already opened the box, but I haven't opened it and unboxed it the whole way. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Got a massive box. Alright, here we go. Yeah, alright, so let's start with this little box at the top. I'm pretty sure this is the keyboard. I did pay a little bit extra to get the numerical pad over here. Needed something with that little section. We then have the Magic Mouse 2. I'm guessing in here is probably some documentation. Yeah, it's pretty standard. Power cable in here. So before I take the cover off, I want to actually take this to the office. Have a bit of a nicer environment to show you guys the new iMac. There we go, we've got the Mac set up, we've got everything connected. Something really important that I wanted to go through with you guys are the specifications that I went with. If you've built or spec'd a Mac before through the Apple website, what you'd find is you're able to pick one of 3 different models. So what I did for mine specifically is I went for the high spec, so the largest spec you can get. I then went with the 3.8 GHz processor, so it's 10th generation Intel Core i7 processor. And then one thing that I'll note as well is the memory. So with Apple for Australia, they charge about $300. So what I decided to do instead of going through the Apple configuration route is actually bought the memory separately. I bought an extra 32 gigs of memory, not through Apple. See, I've got 8 GB in the machine itself, so that's 40 gigs. So obviously you're getting a lot more bang for buck by going the aftermarket route. So if that's something you're interested in, I suggest going through that way as well. I didn't go with the nano texture screen. I just went with the standard gloss screen. The reason being, it was an extra $600 just for a matte sort of finish. Some people might find value in that, but for that extra $600, I just couldn't really justify it because I've got a window there. There's no direct sunlight on the screen, so it doesn't really affect me a lot. To my left here is my old iMac. So it's a 2011 iMac 27-inch, so very similar size, but this is the previous shape. So what I'll do in the next few weeks or so is do a side-by-side comparison between the 2020 iMac 27 and 2011 iMac 27. I'll go through that with you guys in the next few weeks or so. And the other thing as well that I spec this particular Mac with is a 1 TB hard drive. It's a solid state drive, so it's obviously quite quick, but I thought 1 TB should be plenty. And then the other thing I also spec'd it with was the 10 gigabit Ethernet port. And now what that basically does, it allows faster data speed transfers between the network you're connected to and your machine. The main reason was because I eventually wanted to get an external data backup source, so that will mean that I can back up information, photos, videos, audio files really quickly, and be able to retrieve them really quickly as well. The second reason, if I choose to sell this iMac down the track, it will have some pretty sought after specs. So obviously once you have that option built in, it's done. You can't opt in for it down the track. In the grand scheme of things, it's an expensive machine. $100 is really not much at all. So this is supposedly the last of the Intel processor, and so the reason why I decided to pull the trigger and get this current generation is because I wasn't too sure whether I was willing to wait for the next Apple chip to come out. But with that being said, it's one of those things where you have to decide for yourself whether you want to, go with a tried, true and tested processor like the Intel Core processor, or wait for the upgraded silicon chip. So it's just, that's what I decided to do, and I'm pretty happy with it, so I'm sure it will deliver. So what I'll do is, when I'm comparing these two side by side, really show you guys the capability of both machines. Old machine being almost 9 years old, you can imagine that it won't perform as well as something a little bit newer, but that's something that I'll show you guys in the next few weeks as well. But yeah, with that being said guys, I've rambled on enough. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you haven't liked or subscribed yet, please push those buttons below, and I'll see you next video. Cool. And the